We are building a shipping container apartment complex in downtown. Like I said earlier, I'm really passionate about downtown because my goal in life right now, I like what you said about making the South Side a great place for our kids. My goal in life is to make Jacksonville cool enough that when my sons graduate college, they're going to move back here. And I think that for Jacksonville, to get the type of talent that we're going to need to continue to grow the city, it's really important to have an urban, vibrant, walkable downtown. And so we're going to put a bunch of people in shipping containers. Maybe that's the best way to do it. So this is something that is done a lot in Europe. There's been some projects that have been built with shipping containers in the U.S. There's been a bunch of projects built with shipping containers in the U.S., but none that have been done, that I've found, none that have been done in this way. We're actually building this modularly in a warehouse. Each container is its own unit. Each shipping container is its own unit. They're 8 feet by 40 feet, 320 square feet. They're being built in a warehouse, completely finished, shipped to site, stacked together, connected, and people can move in. It's been an extremely complicated project because you can't really do site adjustments. Everything's got to be perfect at the factory. But we have started fabricating the first containers in the factory right now. There's actually a company here in Jacksonville called Modular Life. That what they do is they build housing for the Border Patrol, or they build mobile veterinary clinics out of containers. We were planning on building them in-house. An article went out went all over social media, and they contacted us. And Gary Chartrand is actually an investor in the company, which I thought was pretty fascinating. So they're building them for us in the factory. We're going to ship them to site, put them together, and move people in. And
how do you get from floor to floor?
So there's actually, you're going to go to the next.
That's extra.
Climb. So here's where it is in Jacksonville. So it's in the Cathedral District on Ashley Street. So you can see kind of here's the core of downtown, the Stadium District. It's in an area that has a lot of vacant lots, but there's been a lot of push to really get some development going over there. The next one I think should show I want to show you guys as far as the layout. So here's what it looks like. It kind of looks like an H. These are all containers, and they're stacked 3 high. There's 18 total containers. This is a container corridor, so we use another container to make a corridor, and there's 2 stairs that you use to get up to the units. And even the stairs are being built modularly. So if in 10 years the highest and best use of the site is to build a skyscraper, we can actually take the apartment complex and move it somewhere else. And that's what's unique about it that hasn't been done, to our knowledge, anywhere in the U.S.
So is that one unit?
No, this is a unit, this is a unit, this is a unit,
Okay.
this is a unit, and this is a unit. If you go to next to the, so it's a luxurious 320 square feet. So we are. These are going to be pretty. These are going to be high end. These are going to be high end housing. So I get 2 questions. How are you? Isn't it going to get hot in there?
Yeah, insulation.
No, we're going to insulate it, drywall it, and there's an AC. And then what happens in a hurricane? And
Floats away.
yeah, I mean, so these containers stay in place in a hurricane on a ship, where they're listing side to side, so it's not going to go anywhere in a hurricane. So you can see you walk in the container corridor, and you've got a small kitchen, full appliance package, washer, dryer, stove top, fridge, sink, all dishwasher, all that. Small living room, bathroom, walk-in closet, and a bedroom. And then the front units have a balcony. Everything you need. Who wants one? So when we first came out with this, I thought they were going to cost around 50 grand a unit. We're up to about 75 grand a unit. So this project makes no sense financially. It's something that we really wanted to do. I think that in the next 10 years, a lot of construction is going to go modular. We wanted to be on the forefront of that and understand it. And we've spent a lot of money on soft costs, on design and engineering, and now we won't have to in the next one. So I think the next project that we do like this will make financial sense. But yeah, we're into them for way too much on this one. How much? We're going to rent them for about $700 a month, I think. So we put them out there originally at $550, and it's going to be market driven. If somebody wants to pay me $1,000, we're going to charge $1,000. We put them out there at $550. There was an article on News4Jax that got 2,000 comments. 2,000 comments, of which 1,000 of the comments were people saying this was the dumbest thing they'd ever seen in their life. It was the stupidest thing they'd ever seen. And then 1,000 comments from people who said it was the most amazing thing they'd ever seen, and they wanted to rent one now. 1,000 people think it's amazing. We only have 18 to rent. I think we'll be okay. We're going to find out.
But you start with a used container?
So they're called one-trip containers. So basically, they're containers that came over straight from China, were unpacked. So they're almost new condition. They look like they're brand new. We're still going to paint them and do all that. Our structural engineer on this project wanted us to use the one-trip containers instead of true used containers in the first one. I think we'll be able to use truly used containers on future projects. I just need to get our structural guys comfortable with it. There's really no difference. There's kind of a CYA thing for them, I think.
How do you run air conditioning in there? I mean, do you like drop a ceiling down or what?
No, so there's an exterior chase for plumbing and electrical and things like that, but there's actually a PTAC unit. So it's basically a unit that you find in a hotel room that we stick in the side of the container, and that's how it's truly modular. There's no condenser sitting on the roof. It's just attached on the side of the unit.
And that one unit cools the whole.
Yep.
Not much to cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
320 square feet. Yeah.
You still have doors,
There's
like
no-
in the
so
bathroom,
there's-
you're gonna get hot. you know?
There's no door in the bedroom, so
Right.
because of code, we had to do these as studios.
Uh-huh.
And actually, so the unit did move down a little bit. This is an older plan, so the PTEC unit is right there, and it's got a directional flow on it. So basically, you push two of the louvers in each direction, and we've been assured. We're building two to test it out first. And we've been assured that we're doing spray foam in the walls, and that it'll stay cool in
You
there.
still have to have a fan in the bathroom, like
Yep.
the other codes?
Yep. It's permitted. It's permitted just like a normal building. So
It's gonna be ready for people to come see it, so you'll have like a model.
hopefully the first two units will be middle of January. We're going to drop them somewhere in the cathedral district so people can check them out.
Are you using the plant that's up on the north side? You have an office and do all that, this office?
The plan is it is up on the north side. It's called Modular Life.
Right, so you guys want to, you can go up to Modular Life, they're up off of New Berlin Road,
Yep.
and in that area, Alta Drive is actually what they're off of.
Yep.
And they got a warehouse up there where they can show you some of the things that they've built to go overseas for medical offices, short-term stays for hurricane damaged places. I imagine they've probably shipped a few hundred of them over to the Bahamas.
They're working on that. For sure. Yeah.
It's a really cool place that they've got up there.
And it was right here in Jacksonville. I was really excited to find. So this is one of our projects. We have a couple other buildings under contract downtown that will be coming out in the news in the next couple months. But really going all in on the downtown core, which I think is really important for Jacksonville.